everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and it's another Vlogmas day. We are going to do two different pretty much baking things today. Getting ready for one of our last Christmas parties with two different sides of the family. So one is going to be a veggie pizza, traditional veggie pizza, you know, where you do the croissant base and stuff. I do love making them, and they are so good. When you haven't had one in a while, they are so good and great for any kind of party, right? And then the second is going to be one of my cake mix box cookies. So we'll see what I come up with. Well, there's going to be chocolate, vanilla, who knows. But we're going to make a Christmas cookie out of it, and that'll be another side of the family that we have to travel to. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and let's get baking. Cheers! Okay, so if you've never made a veggie pizza before, you need 2 croissants, tubes, or you can just do one and do a smaller version of it. That's fine. I just use the Kroger brand. It works just fine. We're going to crack these babies open, spread them out on here, and kind of press in the seams. All right, so I broke the 2 tubes open. Make sure you have parchment paper down or Silpat or something like that. And we're just going to press them together. If you buy the sheet ones, I guess there's the sheet ones. I've never bought them. I just always buy the same croissant ones. I mean, put a little work into it, right? But they do have the sheet ones that I hear of, that I've heard about. All right, I'm going to continue this. Okay, so it's all put together. You're going to bake it the directions that are on your croissant thing. So this is a non-stick, whatever. Or a darker pan, you would do it at 350 for, where did I see it on here, 9 to 12 minutes. So that's what I'm going to, right, 350? Oh, yeah, 350 for 9 to 12 minutes. So I'll watch it at about 9-10 minutes, pull it out. We're going to let it cool. And then in the meantime, we're going to work on our cream cheese ranch dressing mix in with that. We got some, you can put whatever veggies you want on top. I got some broccoli I'm going to cut up. I do have a few scallions I'll probably put on there. I have 1 red pepper I'm going to use up. And I do have some carrots that I'm not going to dice. I'm going to try and shred them. We'll see. But I didn't want to spend money on them on the shredded ones because I have carrots. We're using what we have. Okay, so I have an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. I had it sitting out. You'd be proud of me. But it's still not soft enough, so I just put it in the microwave for a little bit. Ranch dip mix, or ranch seasoning, whatever. It smells so good. About a 1/3 cup of sour cream. This is so good. And if you never, you know, I remember like in school, I think I had this for the first time at a friend's house. I'm like, what is this? My mom never made this, but yeah, so yummy. Okay, I have my fresh dill from my garden over the summer. So just put in some fresh dill. I just want to make sure that I don't get any of the little sticks in there. About 2 tablespoons maybe, somewhere around there. It depends on how much dill you really like. I think that's good. Oh, it smells so good. So fragrant. Fresh dill. That was dry dill that I dried on my dehumidifier. I'm going to mix it up. No need to add salt or pepper because the ranch mix has enough salt in it. You could do this in the mixer too, but I decided to use a bowl this time. Just want to get this all together and married up. And then I'm going to chop the veggies. Okay. Okay, so you could also put cauliflower on here. Any of the good raw veggies. Because you're not baking it afterwards, right? So You're not going to have cooked veggies on here. And I find smaller the better because I hate taking bites of stuff and the pieces are too big. Believe it or not, I have a small mouth. I know you guys aren't going to believe me, but get these chopped up. Sometimes I don't like the big chunks of that. I save it for later. Like, I might dip some in this dip here while I'm doing all this and waiting for the croissant to cool down. But my whole goal is to not have to do anything on Christmas but lay around, relax before we have to go to family's house. So that's what my goal is. I don't mind pre-prepping, pre-doing. That's fine. Okay, get this finished chopped up. And then we'll go to the pepper. I even love all these little, don't waste all those little green pieces that fall off your cauliflower or broccoli or even your cauliflower, because it fills in on the cream cheese base and makes it look so pretty. I am going to take a little piece and try my dip stuff. Oh, I'm hungry. That's good. Good stuff. All right, let's do the pepper. So I only have one pepper, so I'm going to make it last, but I also want small pieces, right? So dice it. This bracelet. Get my knife. Dice them small. You could even use pimentos. Pretty much the same thing, right? You could use pimentos on here. You could even put olives on here. Nice and small. Bite size, but I also, because I only have one red pepper, I want to be able to spread it all over the whole pizza. Yeah, pizza. So make it go a long way. Let's see if the crust is done. All right, okay, that's out, and that's all beautifully going to cool right now. Okay, I'm trying to do these harder than you think with these little tiny carrots, but I want them thin, you know what I mean? I don't want super hard, crunchy chunks on there. It's going fine. And I get to save these for the dip. So I just got to be careful I don't take off a nail. I don't know. I might chop them a little bit and do one more. Yeah, that's good. They're beautiful. Look how thick those are. Or like wide. Beautiful. All right. So we are going to put this on. Spread it all over. This dip is so good. You could just use it as a dip, obviously. it's just a little thicker, you would probably put a little more sour cream in it, just a little bit more. I'm debating if I want to put cheese on it or not. I haven't decided. Okay. All to the outer edges. Got to make sure all the yumminess is in there. Nice and thickly covered. Let me know in the comments below, have you made one of these? I'm sure we've all tasted it, right? Have you actually taken some time to make it? They even do a really cute little design on here if you wanted to. We're not doing that, but you could. All right, let me wash my hands and we'll get going. Okay, now we get to have the fun part. I always put the green down first, like it's the treat. And then the little accents of the red and the orange. You could do a yellow pepper on here also. Can be like the decoration type stuff. This one's a little big, so I'm going to chop this one. Because I need some greenery over there. Spread it out. You really just need like one crown head, pretty much, of broccoli. This is why you save these little specks of the green veggie from the broccoli, because it fills it in beautifully. Okay, look at that little guy got in there. All right, do a little bit of red. So when you cut this up, you want to make sure you got pretty colors on each individual piece. So make sure you get your corners. This one's a little large. I'm going to cut him too. If you have made this, what other toppings do you put on it? Really raw veggies of any kind that are going to withstand sitting out. You know what I mean? So amazing how much that one little pepper, I was a little concerned if I'd have enough, but it's going a long way. And really, you could just do these. You don't need to do anything else. If you truly just want it red and green for Christmas. Space it all out. I am going to do a little bit of those onions. Look how beautiful. I think that's my favorite part about this. It is just so pretty when you're done with it. Let me chop up some onion real quick. All right, just doing very little. Just in case some people may not like onion. That's a skin. Just a smidge. But I'm just doing the green onions. I'm not doing like regular onion because that'd be a lot. So there. Look how beautiful. And then I'm just going to put it in the fridge. I'm going to cover it with saran wrap, put it in the fridge for a while, let it set. Then I'll eventually cut it up. It'll be stiff enough, and then I can put it on the platter to take to our family. Okay, so Connelly style, we are going to make some peppermint chocolate cake mix cookies for another family gathering that we're going to. So I have my Devil's Food cake mix, vegetable oil, chocolate chips, whatever you have, half a cup. So you don't need very many of them. So you need some peppermint candies or candy canes or whatever. So at work, they had these, someone had them on their desk or whatever, and I thought, you know what, they had a whole bunch of them, okay? I'm just going to grab a little handful of them, and this is what I'm going to top my cookies with. So I can crush them up, stick them in. I think I have some of the discs also, the peppermint discs that I can crush if I need to put in. If you have peppermint flavoring, go ahead and add that to it. I don't believe I do. I have mint, but not peppermint. I'm going to double check though. But, a couple eggs. Make up our cookies. We're going to add some chocolate chips to them, and we're going to top them with these on top, and that is going to be what we're going to do, and that's what we're taking to our family gathering as our dessert. For that family, we have to drive about an hour and 20 minutes away, so I never want to make like a side or something hot or anything like that because it's just not gonna work, or just more work. But the cousins usually cover all the main dishes and stuff, so I just always bring a cookie, and then I can just leave it, and I put it on a really decorative paper plate, and I can just leave it there, and I don't have to worry about a dish. So, those are my candy canes. Okay, so let's get our cake mix in. I don't know if I'm putting chocolate chips in or white chocolate chips. I am going to go through, you don't need a lot, so whatever I have in the cupboard, I'm going to use up. I do have a full bag of chocolate chips, but I prefer to use what I have in the cupboard to get those used up. So I'm going to get a 1/3 cup of oil in here. All right, I'm going to put my 1/3 cup veggie oil in. I will say, okay, so I got to put 2 eggs in, but I'm telling you, eggs are ridiculous. I love eggs, and I'm used to eating them every day. They're like gold. You hate to bake during the season. I'm going to mix this up a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Get that going. We do have to chill this for about 15-20 minutes, so keep that in mind. Sometimes the faster you go, it gets it off the bottom better. Look at that. That's beautiful. Okay, so I also have these candy canes for when we made the gingerbread house. If you didn't watch the video, go ahead and watch that. That was fun. These were like the very little ones. So I'm going to crush these up and put them in here with the chocolate chips. I do have a maybe exact, what am I stepping on? Exact amount of maybe half a cup of chocolate chips, what it calls for. And we'll throw those in with crushed up of these. I'm just going to beat the heck out of them. Throw them in, mix it up, put it in the fridge for about 20-25 minutes. Then we'll get them out, bake them up, and we're going to top them with the finer candy canes over here. We'll crush those up. So let's get these in and used up. This is going to be so good. Okay. Then let's bang these up. Okay. Meat mallet. Oh, smells so good. And it doesn't matter that these are years old. They're candy. Using what I have. Very proud of myself. Okay. All right, let me get them in here. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I'm gonna put this whole bowl in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. Okay, so I got it out of the fridge. Ugh, it's a little thick. You can use a cookie scoop if you want. I'm just doing small amounts. I got the oven preheated at 350. And I'm just gonna, you can also add extra chocolate chips if you want to the top. I'm not gonna do that because I used up that package, right? But I did crush my candy canes. It's a little holiday therapy there, just so you know. And actually, it's probably one of the least stressful holidays in the last few years, so it's been great. Great, great, great. In there, little guy. And we'll top them with some of the candy canes here in a minute. I'm just trying to get equal amounts of chocolate chips in some of these little guys. And let me finish this up. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what we're going to do. I'm getting more than this out here. I just got to do a second pan. But I want to show you, we're just going to sprinkle this way. You know what you really should do when you do any kind of dessert or cookie. Oops, let's not flip it over. But is top it with something that's already in the cookie or whatever. So when people are trying to pick around and choose what they want, they know what's in it. So, or they, you know, the main course of the whole thing. We obviously know it's chocolate, right? We can see chocolate chips, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, at least you know there's chocolate in it. And then you might not see the candy canes right away, so it's kind of pretty to top it with it. And you'll notice that when you get pies and stuff, people do that also. So you kind of know what's in, like when I make my banana cream pie, I top it with banana cream, or bananas. And it just really makes it kind of nice. Okay, 7 to 9 minutes at 350. I'm going to put these in and I'll get started on the other pan. Guys, I missed one. What the heck? They're all covered, right? Yes, okay. Okay, there they are. This is the batch that I'm going to take to our family. I put them on a pretty snowflake paper plate. I'll cover them with the saran wrap or whatever. And look how good they look. And then over here is our platter. So I try to, if I'm going to put some effort into something or whatever, if I'm baking something, I try to keep a few for us. I could probably still add a few of these on here and then just keep a little less over here, which I probably will do. I'll probably stack this a little higher. But yeah, they look so good. Okay, so what'd you think? Veggie pizza? Uh-huh. The cookies, easy, simple, using my candy canes I had on hand and some that I took from work. So, you know. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let's taste test these little guys. Oh my God, they're so soft. Look how soft they are. My God, these are good. And they're not overpowering, but they're still pepperminty. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad I didn't have the peppermint extract put in them. But if you didn't have the crushed candy cane to put in the cookie, you probably want the peppermint extract. But since I did both, just a light hint of mint. This is so good. You know what would be even better on these? Is a little touch of salt on top. Like the flaky salt. that I've done before in the past. These are so good. Well, you need to make them. They're super easy, and they are so chewy and yummy and delish. So give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and you know what? I hope you had or have. I don't know when this video is going up. Zipper says Merry Christmas, and so do I. Cheers.